piece of wire there to make the gap shorter. It starts going. Yes, there it is. Now it works. Died again. What's going on there? Something. Ow, shit! Stupid little shit. Aha! My screw there turned into powder. Look at this. Yeah. The capacitor connected. See, it doesn't arc anymore because I think the capacitor is loading the output voltage and reducing it. So I have to bring the contacts further close. Ow! Shit! Ow! Never rely on the wire coating. Very high voltage easily breaks through it. Here, I made a sophisticated spark gap here that's adjustable too. The reason is the capacitor stores a much greater energy and release it in a stronger oomph. I was just looking at these flames and thought to myself, is this a microphone? Is it possible that the FBI is spying on us using our lighters? Now, if you like to feel some electric shock, this should give you a very mild one. Yeah, it's more of a surprise, otherwise, it's not too bad. It's just shocking. Well, I guess FBI is not spying on us through our lighters. That's a plus. I'm not an absolute idiot. There we have it, the piezo. Ow. It works much better now. And that's not all. They are trying to kill us slowly by excessive radiations. The best solution to that is to stay inside because your home walls, filter radiation to a big extent. And it also helps with the current pandemic. So stay home. Ouch! Damn it, I zapped myself. The system seems to be resetting, but the damn door doesn't open. Passing laser through water vapor and call it a hologram. Hey look, I have a hologram, give me money. You can't just get internet by sticking an antenna up into the air. Inductor and capacitor. This is a filter. If I try to measure the AC output using my... The power line straight capacitors don't blow up like that. Let me just run it on low voltage AC. Let's connect two AC lines together. Here I have my car inverter running on the 12 volt battery, and here I have the CD power line. Both of them are exactly at 120 volt AC. And that's why you don't try that at home. Right now I have rectified the two sources with a diode and capacitor, and we can easily connect them together. Yes, we need to make sure they are the same voltage level and the same polarity, of course. Now to make it a DC, all we need to do is to connect the capacitor across the loop. Always pick a properly rated capacitor for your voltages. Now we could also use a full bridge rectifier instead. Now we can use a three-phase, even fuller bridge rectifier, or EFBR. Then they rectify these 6 phases using the mother of all fullest bridge rectifier, or MAFBR. See if it picked up any charge. Ouch! I forgot to unground myself. That was painful. Okay, ready? Ow! Ow! It hurts where it goes in and where it goes out to the ground. Of course, this is much worse because its capacitance is around 5 times larger than a regular discharge a human body experiences. The huge ESR contributor of this Leyden jar is the awful conductivity of salt water. If I open... Forgot to discharge the damn thing. And from the size of the arcs, jump out from over 4 inches away. I can say that the voltage of the dome can be over 200,000 volts. And that's just the voltage when it... I guess it's a capacitor and can hold charge for a while. a piece of paper from a string and bring it close. Ow! We need more string. Something starts to smell around here. Damn it. It seems like it's wirelessly being charged, although it's not wireless. Our wire here is air because the charges from the dome are directly flying through the air to the spiky wires and charging the capacitor. Ow! Seems like the capacitor wasn't the only thing being charged. In some of the outlets, especially in the kitchen, they bring two phases to the outlet. And to do so, if you look here carefully, they have to cut that tiny bridge. Damn it. I have to learn to open the breaker. So connect the ground. Also tighten these screws all the way down so they are not hanging out for no reason, shocking people like Trump on Twitter. Probably fine, but let's just probe the signal to be sure. And remember that the white wire is neutral, and that's where you would be connecting your probe ground. The white wire was neutral. I connected it backwards. Just screw the outlet back onto the wall, nice and straight. Now where did I put the faceplate? Son of a... have to buy a new one. Just remember, if you do this and you make a mistake and the house burns down and insurance figures out that you did it and you are not certified, you'll probably go homeless. So the question is, are you gonna let the fear of insurance control your life? A real man never worries about mistakes until it's too late. I like to plug my inverter into the outlet of my house so I can power more things. And for that, I made this harness that you can plug to both sides. First, you plug it to the inverter. Anytime you connect a power harness, connect it to your load side first so you wouldn't short your power supply or shock yourself. I'm only human after all. This is probably the most stupid harness one can make because it exposes high voltage on both sides, so don't make it. Let's very carefully plug it in. Yes, we have to make sure our load is not powered from a different source, like the city power. Now we can safely plug them in. Apparently it was breaker number 2. Always make sure you open the correct breaker by connecting a light or something into the plug. But here's a redneck way of knowing which one is the correct breaker. Just short the plug in question and the correct breaker opens. Don't do it. Let's try it. Now the voltage reading here is actually showing that there is 1.8 amp running through it. It's burning now. So here's the shunt. Now let's do a comparison between readings of the supply's ammeter and our shunt. Who set everything at maximum? I guess I did. What can I say? I like extreme and see if it gets warm. No, see, the mouth and the lip area is more sensitive to heat. It's slowly getting warm, but it's not too bad, so it should be fine. Some high AC currents. I have a piece of 22 gauge wire here, which I'll measure the voltage across. If I connect it to the output of my auto transformer, I should... and burn my fingers again. Measuring the current with my clamp meter. Let's see. Oh, I'm starting to think coming up with the idea of a light bulb didn't require much genius. Try touching it one more time for science. Let's use a rod. Let's see if it can turn on a lighter. I need a Faraday cage. Far so good. Time to check the low power circuit. Okay, let's power it up. According to them, I should. It's definitely beneficial to check the direction of your components before powering it up. If I have to push it further in, it will push this piece of wire back and nothing will happen and I'll know it's safe. Okay, it's definitely shorted. Let's plug it in. Hopefully nothing will happen and I'll know. Oh jeez. And here is my handicraft. Let's measure and see where we are. It's higher. EFCI trips at around 5 milliamps, so let's try a 47 kilo ohm and see if it trips the RCD. So don't do this at home. Now we'll have high voltage as... What the hell? Did I short something? Okay, retry. So don't do this at home. Now as soon as I turn on this... What the f***? What is this? Ow! One of these days. For you. To measure the 120 volt AC, I put the meter on AC and I measure the voltage. Oh my God! And you can see the lens here, and if I remove the lens, you'll see the giant flash capacitor back here. Ow! Piece of shit! Apparently the flash capacitor is holding around 300 volts of charge in it, and it can hurt a lot if you touch it. It's double the voltage. So if you use this to power your devices, they will blow up, although nothing should happen to the transformer itself. Of course, these wall adapters have components that might not be rated for double the voltage. Now to check my body tolerance, I set the output to minimum. At 0 volts, it's pretty... Oh, I set it to max. But it's hardly conductive, so it's safe to touch. Ow! When I charge and discharge the input capacitance of the MOSFET by touching the positive and negative lines through my body. And now the relay can turn on a light too. Let's try. Send the lens. We are. I hot glued these wires to my seat with their end connected to a cable where I can just plug into the wall. Okay, there we are. Where the f is it? Actually follow the standards. So if she was in fact electrocuted, then why? Oh, maybe she dropped the wall adapter in the water, completely submerged it, and then plugged it in. Ow! So I guess this is pretty dead. See, soapy water is much more conductive than regular water. It shorts everything together, and with everything soaked, it just takes the electricity straight from the contacts to your fingers. And with you standing at the top, close to the earth, it runs through your body to earth and can shock you. But I don't think that's what happened either. She was an intelligent girl. She wouldn't just pick up a fully soaked wall adapter and plug it into the power. Might be something else. Okay. Slippery. If I could take it off. Ow! One shot and release hundreds of... Ow! Alright, I touched the ground with one hand and the capacitor with the other. Anyway, when you short the capacitor, you can release hundreds of amps in one shot. And that creates a huge electromagnetic pulse. It will be lethal in your mouth, but I can do that too. Stupidity, my elbow was sitting on one of these wires and the current went through my tongue to my elbow. Hello? Wow! Okay, let's try it. I put one foot on the drain as ground and bring my tongue as close as possible. Yeah, I feel nothing. I make this simple circuit and I'll plug it in. Now the circuit is hot and the voltages on this. Something you must never forget is that some capacitors, like electrolytic ones, are polarized and you must never connect them backwards or they will blow up. Now I have replaced the capacitor on my circuit and I'll plug it in. Here I've opened the camera, but the first thing to remember is that there are a lot of bits and pieces and small and large screws that go in the camera. So always remember what those were and store them nicely to avoid losing them. Now let's take a look at the camera here. Says through different and each pair is attached to one of these cables, which we can plug them into the wall power plug. Please join me for the first time to hear how it sounds. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Just dim the lights. You should always keep a proper distance from Tesla coil. Let's play Pink Panther. I made my own taser back in my old video. The arcs can jump well. You don't bring your finger close to a stun gun when it's running. Everyone can build something like this or even stronger, but it might not be legal everywhere. I have a solution that will make you work out for dear life. It's called workout or die. It's a simple device. It's a belt that you tie around your belly with a tiny device that senses your motion. As long as you move, you're okay. But if you stop for any reason, it'll zap you like a mother. You will move no matter what, or else you will feel the pain. The device may often false trigger. The belt is very hard to open. It's made of very durable material resistant to sharp objects and it cannot be cut. So you will run until the batteries die or you die. Just kidding, we have never had failed batteries. Please don't hurt anyone, including yourself. The device is very simple. It runs on 2 AA or AAA batteries and has 2 electrodes on the bottom and turns on with a switch. Now if you don't move, it says... Thanks to the stupid design of the outlet, I can pull it back a little bit and expose the high voltage lines. Let's see what voltage we... Ow! What the f*** was that? Now let's measure and see how each pulse feels. It's even brighter. Magic. Wonder if it can shock me. Here, instead of the LEDs, I put my fingers across the wires and short across my fingers. Hell. Yeah, I mean, I can feel it, so there are pulses of high voltage. Whee! Magic! And bam! magic. Magic. And ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Magic! Of course I joke, it's not magic, it's magic. There. So don't overheat your magnets. Goodbye, love. Ow! Not everything hot is kissable. You to really feel magnetism in your heart. And let's stick to primitive ways. And that's why they say a capacitor blocks DC, but an inductor blocks AC. Then go ahead and slap yourself across the face on both cheeks. For example, if I measure the outlet voltage, ow. Never handle live voltage. I'm a professional. Let me explain. Ow! Oh man, making the scope ground floating and connecting into live wire means that all the exposed scope grounds like these BNC connectors are now exposed live wires that can shock you. Anyway, here we have a full bridge rectifier and the other one to measure the output. God damn it! Rectifier! I touch the live wires here and then I can touch the heater element and turn it on. Of course, it only takes a fraction of a second to charge, which depends on the amount. Did I connect it backwards? I think I did. Which makes for great pyrotechnics. Let's look at it again. But it's not like people could generate electricity on demand. Okay, let's check this pipe. Ow, I was pretty sure it was grounded, but it's not. Sometimes I think thinking inside the box can save your life. Okay, let's just not touch anything. Nothing here, nothing here. Oh, GFCI popped. Okay, let's check the toaster. Ow! It's not grounded either. Let me demonstrate using the rectifier. Now if I bring the circuit close to the live wires. Oh, hey, look. I didn't need to use live naked wires for this test. These are some popular harmless toys. And that's what's wrong with them, because no pain, no gain. The light will turn on and let us know. Yeah, I'm doing so. The proof of concept worked too well. It shocked me and it blew up. And it's lethal, so don't try this at home. Also across the primary and let go. Ow! This was strong. Really? With just 2 volts? Ow! Does it mean I can get shocked with a single AA battery? Ow! Ow! That went through my entire body. This has great potential. Let's see how badly it shocks. I hate getting shocked. Ow! This is pretty painful too. Let's try it one more time. Ow! Ow! I hate it. Let's try it one more time. Okay, ready? Let's try it out. Ow! Oh, works. I guess it's better than Russian roulette. Let's remove something a bit challenging now. Careful. Ow! I think the surprise factor makes it hurt more. Because we don't want to run electricity through body. Now, let's see if it works. Ow! Yeah, it works. Be careful. It's not too hard. See, you just have to avoid touching the other wire. And who goes further wins. Done. Ow! I didn't go far. Okay, let me try again. Ow! Ow! This one was bad. Ouch!